Hello, hello. I'm sure that music gets longer and longer. Welcome to September the 19th version of the UK Pun-Off. Hello, everyone. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Let's get straight on with the guests, shall we? All the way from the USA, it's Damian Harmony. Look at that,
Hey, how are you, Julian?
I'm fine. All the better for seeing you, Damian. All the better for seeing you. Okay. So, what you been up to recently, Damian?
About 6 foot, 245. I'm lying. 261 pounds. So that's I think like more than 20 stone. So.
Well, 280 pounds is 20 stone.
Oh, really? Okay, so a little less than 20 stone. Finally. So.
Right, there, good lad. Yep. Well done. I was over 20 stone last year, so I don't mean to sound as if I'm being glib about it. But nice to have you on. It's supposed to be about your fifth or sixth time, isn't it, Damian?
Something like that. Yeah, I'd like to win around sometime. So, I'll just keep trying.
Tonight is your night,
Tonight
Damian.
is my night. The pity vote is strong. It feels like my prom. It really does.
Excellent. Right, next on, we've checked his Wi-Fi. I think he's all right. Rory Jones.
Good evening.
Oh, that's not going to get annoying by the end of the show, but we know that Rory Jones is a big fan of Only Fools and Horses. That's his respect to John Challis, of course, who sadly passed away today. Rory, I like you having you on the show for two reasons. One, you're always funny, and two, your Wi-Fi is even worse than mine. So, you know what I mean? It's good. I thought you'd frozen there for a second. Actually, I don't know if you were being hilarious or you actually did freeze, but your Wi-Fi may be playing.
Does that work?
No,
there you go.
Fingers crossed.
I've got him.
Right. Okay, I think we've got a delay. But anyway, we've got Rory on, so hopefully he'll stay. The next we've got on, well, it's only bloody Alf, isn't it? Come on, Alf, get yourself in.
Oh, hey. You're right.
Are you in the broom cupboard again, Alf?
I'm in my spare room and it's a bit messy in here. So I've found
right.
I can do a great little impression of Rory. Rory Jones. There you are.
For boxing fans out there, that was Michael Buffer.
Ah.
There you go. Okay. Alf, of course, is an author. So, Alf, always nice to have an author on the show. Do you think you're going to win tonight, Alf?
I've done 5 of these so far and I haven't won at all yet. So
I cannot believe that, Alf. I cannot believe that. The only person with TV credits and he hasn't won yet.
It's fine. So
I may have said this to Damian, but I think tonight is your night as well. It's everybody's night. Okay, right. And a newcomer to me, but Iain tells me he is one funny Scotsman, probably the funniest Scottish punster we've ever had on air. Chris Wright.
Hello, how are you all doing?
Oh, what a polite way to welcome. Hello, Chris. Nice to meet you, sort of officially on the show kind of thing. We met backstage, of course. Chris, how are you feeling? Are you feeling confident?
Well, not really. I also have never won a round, so I'm starting to think it's a bit of a fix.
Rory set up for victory here.
Are you saying the letters N or L? Anyway, little in joke. Right, and Chris, well, nice to have you on. I'm sure you'll win a round tonight. In fact, I think everyone's going to win 6 rounds each. That's how positive I am. 6 rounds each. It'll be nail-biting stuff. And I tell you what, he's not punning, but it wouldn't be a show without seeing Iain's beautiful face on the screen. Come on, Iain, get yourself involved.
Hello.
Iain's producing the show tonight, and obviously he'll come on at the end of every round and he'll read your jokes out. Please remember to send your jokes in when we mention the topics, because basically that is what the show's about. It's about us being funny, but it's about you. It's you keeping us entertained as well. And it's one of the only shows where you can put along, and I think that is why so many people stay tuned and loyal to the show. So thank you very much. And of course, best pun of the night wins some kind of UK pun-off merchandise, as it says on the bottom of the screen. And at various times during the show, at the bottom of the screen, you might see a donate link. Go on, do a favour, donate a £5. Then we can pay people, keep the stream going, and of course, stop you in doing bad Bono impressions. So there we go. Right, let's get cracking. For those who haven't watched it before, we have 5 topics. Each punster does 3 puns per topic. And at the end of the round, whilst Iain is reading the jokes out, you vote I count them up. And, of course, we see who wins. The person who wins the most rounds wins the show. And, of course, our undying credibility and kudos for winning the show. 6 rounds each tonight. That's what it's going to be. It's electric. I can feel it. It's electric. Okay, what is the first topic? The first topic is, the link is paypal.me/punoff. That's the first topic. But now it is, if you can read my writing, Japan. Japan, okay. Now, my son's a big fan of anything Japanese, anime and manga. So I wonder if we'll have any anime or manga jokes or what we will have. Right then, because I'm a traditionalist, I'm going to go with just the order everyone came in on. So Damian, you first, then Rory, then Alf, and then Chris. So Damian, let's get cracking.
All right. Well, in my studies, I'm an historian, actually, and I found out that there's a document limiting the powers of the executive that predates the one that King John signed in 1215. At the end of the late Heian period in 1185, the Fujiwaras drew out their limits on their own power to stave off a revolt from cartoons. It was called the Manga Carta.
Right. And that is Damian saying he was cutting the joke short tonight.
You're welcome. You're
welcome.
Then.
And that's all we've got time for this show, so thank you.
I'm going to win by default.
I jest. So, Rory, your first joke, please.
Yeah, I like my drugs, and I like to produce Japanese cocaine, not weed.
Right, okay, I wasn't sure if you'd finished the joke or frozen there, but not weed. I'm hoping not to punch it in or we missed something. Thank you for that, Rory. Alf.
Okay, so I once went to Japan to prospect for gold. Oh, I've cocked it up already. I once went to Asia to prospect for gold. Japan? No, I used a metal detector. There you go. That's perfect.
Good. That's a joke I cracked at Iain at the start of the broadcast. Actually, that was off air, but never mind. It's always better if you cock it up first, isn't it, Alf? It's always better. Chris, if you can get the joke right, that would be a bonus.
I'm trying my best. My grandfather asked if I'd help him get hentai on his laptop, but I don't believe in euthanasia.
Right. That cartoon porn.
Yeah.
Just checking. I'm an innocent, a man of very few vices. Right, that was round 1. And we've already had about 7 Wikipedia mentions. So we're all going to learn stuff tonight, aren't we? We're all going to learn stuff. Now, Damian with a short joke, probably.
Yeah. Until further notice, the Shinto shrines will hold no performances.
There you go. I would keep that Wikipedia page open the whole show, by the way. Judging by the first 5 jokes.
NOH is a no theater. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
There
Rory.
you go.
Yeah, I've grown a small Japanese plant that produces small, chewy strawberry sweets. It's my bonsai tree.
Oh, good. Stevie the Juggler told my favourite ever bonsai tree joke before that one, of course, Rory. I wonder if he'll send it in tonight. Alf, if you can, like you say, try and get the joke right this time, that would be great.
So I've just been watching a Japanese tribute to Wycliffe Jean's band. They're called the Mount Fugees.
Oh. I think you've peaked with that joke. Chris, finish off round 2, please.
Whenever John Lennon ever done DIY, he would use a Yokohama.
I always thought her surname was short for Onieristoffer. Yoko Onieristoffer. There you go. Damian, let's start the final round, please.
All right, true to form. My friend brought her physically frail, one-eyed boyfriend carried on her Japanese fighting staff to buy new footgear at a fairly limited but good customer service footwear store that only offers boots made of Burmese wood, which was having a sale for only 7 guys, specifically for frat guys. It was her one chance at a weak bow born wink bow unique boutique bro week.
Well, Damian?
Yes, sir.
I think you're going to win 7 rounds tonight. I've got a feeling now. Okay, then. Rory, your last joke on Japan.
Yeah, whenever I'm in in the capital city of Japan, I have my favourite prostitute. She's my Tokiho.
You can, of course, get male prostitutes because we're all about equality on this show.
I didn't say male or female, to be fair. But anyway.
Oh, you sexually ambiguous person, you, Rory. Alf, if you want to be sexually ambiguous, you can. It's up to you.
I'm like that. No. So I got fired from my job at the Fukushima power plant on the first day there. I almost had a meltdown, but they did give me a glowing reference. So
one that Julian understood.
I used to do a glowing reference jokingly set to always like little ones like that. Well done. And a double header there, double header. Unlike the quadruple duo-decker header that Damian did in his first third joke there.
You're welcome.
Chris, let's finish Japan off once and for all.
Oh, Lord.
This one's terrible, to be honest. But in Japan, a Honda is a car. But in Scotland, a Honda is asking your dad for help. Can I have a Honda?
There you go. There's 17 people in Glasgow thinking that's hilarious. And poor Damian in Sacramento or wherever it is thinking not a clue what he's just said there. But Chris, go for it. So there you go. I think we can safely say that we've done more damage to Japan there than Godzilla ever did. So that's all the jokes on Japan. So get voting. Who was the funniest? Was it Damian? Was it Rory? Was it Alf? Or was it Chris? You vote. You have the power. I'll count them up. And while I'm counting them up, Iain, get your lovely face on here and tell people those jokes. Thank you.
Oh, well, dude. Oh, I love that. Can I get a Honda? One of them. Chris. Only see that Honda joke that I've got. It's like one of Damian's. It's fucking long. Anyway, on to your guys' jokes. At Julian's request, my bonsai tree growing business was so successful, we were able to move to smaller premises.
I don't understand that.
Loving it. Stevie, loving it. Peter Cole, my family have always been tree surgeons. However, I'm afraid of heights, so I became a bonsai tree surgeon. Sometimes you should really read them before you read them out. Ben Emmett, come on, Ben. I read about trouble erupting between rival groups of female entertainers in Japan. It was non-violent, though. Instead, they just made gestures at one another. The book was called Mind Wars of the Geisha. Nice. And I've just realized I need to plug my laptop in very fucking quickly. Another one from Ben Emmett. When it comes to talking about the fish in my Japanese themed garden, I'm a little coy. And one from Jess Roberts. Have you seen the new electric train in Japan? It's a Pikachu. Surely it'd have been a steam train if it was making that noise. I don't know. Have we got any more? Are you wanting any more, Julian, or are we good to go?
Give us one more, Iain. One more, eh?
One more from Stevie Vegas. I only had 5 seconds to tell my joke about Japanese stock supply management chains. I delivered it just in time.
Yeah. Someone's just mentioned Pokemons there. Well, obviously, the most famous and popular Pokemon in Glasgow is Pick a Window. There you go. We're not perpetuating the Glaswegian violent stereotype at all there. Okay, then, so who won that round? I've added them all up, and there was literally not many, but the winner was Chris. Well done, Chris.
Hey.
Well done, Chris.
Hello, Chris.
So there you go. What, is that your first round, Chris?
That feels good.
Yeah, good. It's a bit like when you score a hole in one in golf, you've got to buy everyone a round of drinks now. That's how it works.
That's how I'm going to win 7 rounds.
Right, well, Chris can't afford it, so you lot have got to donate. PayPal.me/punoff. If you pay enough, we'll let you dominate as well. That's a different service, but, I'm open to suggestion. 1-0 to Chris. Well done, Chris. Now, if those ones were torturous, I can imagine these ones being being even worse. So there you go. We've got cheese now. Now, Chris, as is the tradition, the winner of the first round goes first the next one. So we'll go Chris, Damian, Rory, and Alf, please. Cheese.
I wonder if Charlie Chaplin was a fan of cheese. because he was the great dictator.
Charlie Chaplin had a penchant for the young girls. Anyway, he's too old to label us because he's dead. Okay. But he married a 16-year-old. Right then, okay then. As I try and slyly open this bottle of pop, but failing miserably, Damian, your joke, please.
Sure. As the only American single of the group, it feels incumbent upon me to craft a sharp cheese pun. But anyway you slice it, it's not going to be great.
Another great.
That was a fiver.
There you go. Well, make America great again, said the cheese industry. Rory, you're next, please.
Yeah, I was at the cheese shop and there was a dwarf serving me. And I asked him to, hang on, when he was struggling to get to the top shelf to get my British blue cheese, I suggested he put a stilt on.
Stilt on. There you go. Right, Alf, you're not the only one who can stumble over the punchline, but hey, that's what the pun-off's about. That's what the
Yes.
Alf, go cheese crazy, please.
Oh no. So no one told me that you're not meant to keep your cheese making ingredients in the freezer. I had to find out the hard way.
Now, I don't think there's anyone in the comedy industry got more way jokes than Alf, actually.
Another way.
For your British Got Talent appearance, there was a weird joke on there as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, love it. Yeah.
Good stuff. By the way, people, I hope you don't think I'm being mean to the contestants. I think everyone's really funny on here and I admire them. So a little bit of digging. It's not meant as personal or to be offensive. It's just a bit of, I hate the word, but it's a bit of banter. Okay, then we've had round 1 of cheeses. Let's go for round 2, Chris, please.
I get so excited by cheese that even my arteries are hard.
There you go. That's why we only filmed Chris from the neck up, by the way. Damian, cheese a go-go, please.
Sure. I figured I'd hear a lot more international cheeses than I've heard so far, but I guess it's just not a simple fait accompli.
He always has to get another language in, doesn't he? He can't just do English. Yeah, he always has to get another language in. Right then, Rory, get going, please.
Yeah, I'm having a piece of cheese on toast in honor of my here it is, in honor of my favourite Chaz and Dave song. Yeah, rabbit, 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 rabbit.
Right.
Popcorn.
By the way, Rory, I can't make cheese on toast at the minute, so I'm very jealous of that cheese on toast there.
It's in the microwave.
Michael, you Philistine. Never mind. Alf, I hope you're a traditionalist and cheese on toast on the go.
Yeah, love some cheese on toast. Right, here we go. Here's a joke. My wife started experimenting with dairy products in the bedroom. I wasn't sure at first, and by the end of it, I was really cheesed off.
Then brings a new meaning to the phrase cheesy, doesn't it? Moving swiftly on. Third and final round, Chris. Let's get going.
I wasn't able to watch the Captain Marvel films because I'm lactose intolerant. I just can't stomach Brie Larson.
Oh, we've lost Julian, have we?
Have we?
No, it's not me.
Oh, bound to fucking happen one time. Are we there, Julian?
Well, I can still see you lot. Am I here?
You're here now.
I'm here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then. So that'll own us for taking a mickey out of Rory, won't it? When my Wi-Fi was the first one to go. Right, so where were we? Was it Chris's joke last night, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Right, so Damian, you next, please.
All right. Let's see. I recently tried just a simple cheese and cracker meal, but I felt very sophisticated doing it. I really like poutine on the Ritz.
Okay. Rory, your last cheese joke, please.
Yeah, I'm going to do a bit of acting here, actually. I think this is Swiss cheese that Moriarty is trying to poison you with, Holmes. Emmental, my dear Watson. Yes.
There you go, then. auditioning for plenty of shows there. I can see it now. Mark Gattis and Stephen Moffat will be getting in touch very soon, Rory. And the last joke of the cheese round goes to Alf.
Okay, so tomorrow I'm going to deliver a hamper which contains 50 different cheeses in it to the Eiley brothers. Yeah, summer breeze. Yeah.
Okay then. Summer, I suppose it is. It is, yes. Right, anyway, I'm waffling on. That was cheese. That was cheese, ladies and gentlemen. So, please vote for who you thought was funniest in the cheese round. Was it Chris? Was it Damian? Was it Rory? Was it Alf? Either who was the funniest all round or who had the best single joke that had you laughing? Okay, get voting now, please. I'll add them up. Ian's going to come on board and read your cheese puns.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, it was a great little ride. There's some great giggles in that. But Nathan Ramsden-Locke is saying it's going to be hard to weigh up who the winner of this round is. It certainly is. There's been lots of great jokes from our punters here and from you guys watching as well, including Peter Cole. One of my subjects at school was identifying cheeses. My report said, "Could do it better." I like this one as well, Peter Cole. The cheese shop's burning down. Quick, call the fire brigade. Good. I'll do another one from Peter Cole, but it's not the Peter Cole show. It's the UK Panoff. Right, Stevie Vegas, apologies to all the people who saw me lying flat on the dining room table with cheese piled on top of me. They must think I'm crackers. Very good. Nathan Ramsden-Locke. The Welsh Cheese Marketing Board have really upped their marketing. As you leave every town now, the sign says, "Thank you for driving. Carefully." Very good. Yes, we are, Julian. Stevie Vegas, trying to think of a really cheesy joke about Watsits. Okay. Rebecca Megan Davis, the classic. How do you hide a horse and cheese? Mascarpone. Thank you very much, Rebecca, for prefacing that with the classic. We do know other people that just fire them out there. And he's been conspicuous by his absence tonight. I hope he's all right. Anyway, Ben Emmett, I once saw a 70-year-old stripper called Stilton. Her show was blue and full of veins. I think we've got a front runner for the stuff tonight. I've got one more from Peter Cole that I thought might have won it, but Patty and Selma opening their Christmas presents. Who is this French cheese from? It's from Marge. Oh, I'm sorry. Who's this from Marge from? Should really have done boys up there. We go.
I do like a misunderstanding joke. I do like it.
Anyway, back to yourself, Julian.
Right. Yeah, Camembert, a bad cheese joke, but they were quite good. We do have a winner, but to build the tension up, do you know what we're going to do? We're going to play an ad first. So, Ian, if you can play an ad, and then we'll announce the winner.
It can't be. What is it? It can't be. What did you do, Ray? Oh, shit.
It's the Stay Pun Marshmallow Man.
Righty-ho then. So the winner of that round was Alf. So well done, Alf. Hey. So next round we're going to go Alf, Rory, Damian and Chris. We're going to go anti-clockwise. What is the next round, Julian? SHOPPING. Babe, we're shopping. We're shopping. There you go. Added vocals by one J.T. Lee, Esquire. So shopping, starting with Alf, and we're going anti-clockwise from there. Do start, please, Alf.
Right, so when I went shopping today, I bought myself a 6-foot boomerang, which had pictures of characters from Lord of the Rings on it. Really hard to Frodo.
Nice one, right. Rory, your shopping joke, please.
Yeah, I was in a weapons shop earlier on and was offered a bomb, an unexploded bomb for £1, and I thought, there's an offer I can't defuse.
Damian, keep up the high standard, please.
Oh lordy, no, but I'll go long. So at here in the States, we have a really cool program to help sex workers who want to transition out of their current career and into something with a union. Our supermarket has started employing them part-time as the checkers at the front of the store. My friend wanted to use that as an opportunity to ask one out because they thought they'd fully transition from one industry to the other, but I explained to him it was way too soon and he's just putting the cart before the horse.
There you go. Some people shop for different things, obviously. Chris, if you can complete the round, please, on shopping.
I ordered the cure for blue balls from wish.com, but still hasn't came.
Okay. Blue balls used to be a little sort of spirit you could buy in the 80s that you'd mix with vodka and lemonade. But I'm sure that's not what you meant. Alf, shopping part 2, please.
So, my local HMV closed and was replaced with a greengrocer's. Their Swedes and turnips aren't very good, but they do have smashing pumpkins.
Nice. I caught an STI there. I was HMV positive. Okay.
Yeah.
Rory, your next shopping joke, please.
Yeah, I bought a load of knocked off aftershave from a market store, which turned out to be fake. I still can't believe I got duped.
Nice. Which actually, when I was in Spain last month, I bought some Boss rip-off stuff and it was really nice. It was called Bossich, but in the same logo. I mean, £2.50. You can't complain, can you? Damian, shopping, all yours.
Yeah. So I like to buy finger puppets of famous historical figures. Recently, I found a place that sold a Bernard Montgomery finger puppet, a Dwight Eisenhower finger puppet, an Alexander the Great finger puppet, a Julius Caesar finger puppet, and window cleaner. This general store has everything.
Okay, I'm going to have to Wikipedia who Bernard Montgomery is, but never mind.
He was big in Italy.
Big in Italy. Okay, then. Right. Chris, have you got any Bernard Montgomery jokes?
I do not. I went to Tesco yesterday to get myself some new jeans, but apparently I'm stuck with male pattern baldness.
There you go. 2/3 of it. It is two. Well, I've done 2 rounds, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes. Right. Okay. So 1 round to go. Alf, if you start off the last round, please.
So I was having a great time in a popular English stationery store the other day when someone threw a wrench and it hit me in the head. Someone's always got to throw a spanner in the works.
Look at that. You see, everyone's enjoying everyone's jokes. What more do you want from the show? What more do you want? Rory, shopping, please.
I've got to follow that. Brilliant. I'm starting my own sexually diverse home shopping channel called LGBTQVC.
Nice.
Very nice.
I like it. Good. Damian, you next, please.
Sure. Yesterday, I jumped over a snail. Day before yesterday, I bounded over a saxophone. And this morning, I leapt over a scimitar. I don't mean to brag, but I'm pretty good at S-hopping.
Oh, good last round to finish off, everyone. Come on, Chris, you can keep it up.
I walked all the way to Asda yesterday with one shoe, messy hair, and ripped trousers. I'm no longer allowed to name the kids.
Nice. I didn't see where you were going with that, so well done. That's a nice last round there. So, a hard decision for you this time, ladies and gentlemen. Who was the funniest? Was it Alf? Was it Rory? Was it Damian? Or was it Chris? Very strong jokes there on shopping. So, SHOPPING, you're voting. Right, you vote. I'll count them up. And while I'm counting them up, I'll look up who Bernard Montgomery is, and Iain will tell you some jokes.
Yeah, look up who Bernard Montgomery is, and try and figure out what the hell Julian was singing as well. Nathan Ramsden Look. I asked the home improvement shop to measure up for some double glazing. They declined, saying it would be pain in the glass. Well, I've offended Julian by singing. He's away.
I had to let the cat through the other room.
Stevie Vegas, you can find out more about Bernard Montgomery in the general knowledge round. In the general knowledge, because education and shit. Yes, nice one. Thank you, Stevie. Peter Gold just bought a police car made out of old toilets. That explains the flushing lights. Peter, very good. Peter, like that. Stevie Vegas again. I appreciate when all the family put receipts in with the presents they bought for my birthday. It allows for many happy returns. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Are we looking for any more, Julian?
Yeah, if there's any more, we'll have a couple more, but if there's not, no worries.
We'll end with this one, Peter Cole. Why not? I was in my local record shop and asked the owner if he had anything by Whitney Houston. He said, "How will I know?" I said, "Well, perhaps if you check your computer, you might."
Smashing. Which leads us nicely into SHOPPING. It's a Pet Shop Boys song.
All right.
There you go. Right then. Right. I never knew that Field Marshal Montgomery's first name was Bernard, you see. So I've learned something tonight. I've learned something. Okay then. So that was shopping. Who's won shopping? Well, it's only bloody Chris, isn't it? Chris is 2 rounds up.
Hey.
Wow.
It might well be 5 rounds each, ladies and gentlemen. So well done, Chris. Well done. So don't forget, paypal.me/punoff to donate. Don't forget as well, best joke of the night sent in by a punner. Get UK Punoff merchandise. And at the end of the show, we're going to have a draw for the Champion of Champions from the recent online Edinburgh run. So stay tuned for that. A live draw. I've got Jimmy Hill and Dennis Law to do that. I haven't really. That was just a little in joke there for people who understand about football. The penultimate round. Numbers. So, Chris, you won that round. We're going to go anti-clockwise again. Chris, Alf, Rory, Damian. If you start us off, please, Chris.
When my girlfriend and I make love, we only ever do it in a doggy style position, just so I can tell people I lasted 7 times longer.
Yeah, the best 70 seconds of our life. Alf, you next, please.
So my favourite number, it is number, isn't it? Yeah. My favourite number is my favourite number is pi, which I recently discovered contains the number 14, but that's beside the point.
Nice. To work out the area of a flock of sheep, you use shepherd's pie. Okay, and Rory, you next, please.
Yeah, I met a girl in a nightclub last week. We danced, we kissed. At the end of the night, we exchanged numbers, and now nobody can get in touch with me.
Rory, your door opened behind you as you were telling that joke, and I was starting to think there was going to be, honestly, your door's just open behind you, and I thought there was going to be a ghostly figure put their head round.
My ex-wife does haunt me, but she's not in my house, to be honest.
Right, not in the house. That's nice of her. Okay then, Damian, finish the first round off, please.
Sure. I have an irrational fear of crusted fruity desserts. Only 22 out of 7 people will get that joke.
I've got it.
Yes, it's a pie joke.
See, that's why in America, Pie Day is the 14th of March, but in the UK, it should be the 22nd of July.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a pie joke, whichever way you slice it.
Exactly.
Hey, nice. In Rory, we trust. Right, numbers. We've had 33.3% of the numbers round. Let's do the remainder. There you go, Chris. You next.
My son is actually free next week, but only to a good home.
Alf, your numbers joke, please.
So there's a small island off the coast of Italy, which is inhabited by 5 million Sicilian people, which is the biggest number I've ever heard.
I like that. Nice. Can I think of any other islands off Italy and France? Of course I can. Rory, you next, please. Numbers.
Yeah, I grew up thinking that when you were called the Prime Minister, that just meant that you were divisible by yourself and one.
There you go. And by that sort of mode of thought, he should live at 11 Downing Street, shouldn't he? Not 10. 11 Downing Street. Hey, we are getting educational tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Cool. And we stop poor Damian doing Latin every time, you know, but we're doing maths tonight. Damian, finish this round off, please.
See if I can do another Bernard Montgomery joke. No, I broke my leg on the last cruise that I went on. And anytime I wanted to walk around the deck that had the pool, they gave me a lidocaine.
Yes. There you go. So that is 2/3 of the way around. We're doing numbers. I've got a good number for you. £5. Donate that to us. PayPal.me/punoff. Yeah, it's all about the numbers. Then we can pay people and they'll get numbers after a pound sign or $sign. We are international here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, then. So, one round to go on numbers. I think we'll start with Chris in this final round, please.
I'll never forget a couple of years ago when my son was 1, because I'm not usually a betting man.
Iain, we phone social services because Chris seems to be a bit happy-go-lucky with his children there. Alf, you next, please.
So I was trying to figure out how many zeros were in a million. I asked my mate, and he reckoned it was 6, but I just don't think it looks right.
That is a nice joke. And Alf, you're known for your prop jokes, so it's nice that you've slipped a couple in there. Good. Rory, your millions of jokes, your numbers joke, please.
Yeah, I was in a Chinese restaurant and I ordered a number 1, a number 2, a number 3, a number 4, a number 5, and a number 6. It was my numerical order.
Yes, that is nice. And for the final time, Damian, can you do us a lovely numbers joke?
Sure. I got arrested a couple weeks ago in a drunken, sex-crazed bit of vandalism in a Chinese restaurant. It turns out my drink was dosed with something that sent my libido into overdrive. The police report said that I was pleasuring myself while dangling from a walk that I'd tied to the ceiling. I don't remember much, but I did enjoy the orgasm I got from the high pot and noose.
There you go. Numbers, sexual fetish, cooking utensils. There's everything in that joke. Everything, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and so just before we go to Iain, just to some of you might know I'm a maths teacher, and people say to us, Julian, why did you choose maths over English? So I tell them, fractions speak louder than verbs. There you go. So linking that in with the numbers, ladies and gentlemen.
Way into the lowest common denominator, I tell you.
Numbers. Was it Chris? Was he the funniest that round? Was it Alf? Was it Rory? Was it Damian? You have the power. Get voting. And while you're voting, I'll do some reading and counting because it's numbers, and Iain will tell you some lovely jokes. How are Iain?
Hello. Another great little round there. I loved a few of those jokes, man. Absolutely fantastic. Right, let's see what you guys have been sending in. Stevie Vegas, I'm really good at multiplying 10 by 4. You could say it's my 40. Very nice. What else we got? Nathan Ramsden Locke. I was selling hot drinks at the local darts match. The final tally was 50 coffees and 180. Always one better read than said. Stevie Vegas in Roman times, if you were scared of the number 4, could you be put on an IV drip? Peter Cole wrote a song and dance piece for the stage about arithmetical values expressed through symbols and figures. Sorry, this is less of a play on words and more of a musical on numbers. Love it, man. Not read this one out first, but let's go with it. You can always count on Bernard Montgomery until he is at capacity, then he begins to strip. It's the full Monty. Capacity is the only thing that I can see that having to do with numbers. Is it just me? I don't know. Yeah, Julian, have we got winners, or do you want me to waffle about the pun test of champions?
Ooh.
Yeah, if you tell us about that, I need one more vote. One more vote.
Right. Well,
who's going to decide who wins that round?
Hello, people. I've not seen myself on full screen for like ages. Oh, how are you doing? Oh, look at that handsome chap. Anyway, 3rd of October. As you can remember, all you beautiful people that have been watching, we had a full Edinburgh run. We had just over a week of an Edinburgh run just recently. And we had 8 champions on that show. A couple have had to drop out, but we're going to have a pun test of champions coming up very shortly. It's going to be a tournamented thing. Is that a word? I think you know what I mean. And it's going to have this lovely, lovely medal prize thing. It's very heavy and it's very lovely. So there's going to be 8 contestants on the 3rd of October. You can already book your tickets via Eventbrite or via the UK Pun Off page. So get onto that after the show. And straight after this show, or once this show has been done and dusted, and we're going to have the draw for that very same tournament. So yeah, I've obviously not rehearsed what I was going to say, but yeah, fucking when do ever. Back to Julian without any of my nonsense.
Okay, and thanks for that fluent announcement there, Iain.
Easy for you to say.
Well, just out of respect for you, I didn't want to be too smooth afterwards because it would make you look bad, you see. So I wanted to welcome you in, embrace your lip trippy-overness, as I like to call it. Right then, so we actually still need one more vote. One more vote. Get in quickly. One more vote to decide this round. One more vote. One more vote.
Chant it, could be. One more vote. Well, everyone,
one more vote. One more vote.
Well, hilariously, Nathan seems to have won that round. I don't know how that one's worked. Right. So, Ben Emmett, nice. There's some hilarious people punning, and there's some even funnier people watching. So there we go. We're just gonna do a tie. So, well, that vote makes it more difficult. That's 3-way tie now. Well, thanks for that, Robert. We do appreciate your voting, of course. Right. Okay. Is there anyone else going to help me out here? Right. Well, we've got a 3-way tie. Rory, Damian, and Chris. So a 3-way tie there. Okay. We've got one more round to go. Here we go. One more round to go. And it is going to be on books. Okay. Books. Too late, Jenny, but thank you anyway. So we're going to start with Rory, and we're going to keep up the tradition that I've had the last couple of rounds of going anti-clockwise. So Rory, Damian, Chris, and we'll finish on Alf. Ooh. Okay, so Rory, Damian, Chris, and Alf on books. Rory, get us going, please. Thank you.
Yeah, I've recently read a book by a Danish writer called Living with a Sex Change by Trans Christian Andersen.
Nice stuff. Damian, your books joke, please.
Sure. So I study and teach the classics, and I'm rereading the Iliad, and I'm kind of realizing there's no movie made about it, and I kind of hope that Pixar takes this up and has Tom Hanks playing Agamemnon and Tim Allen as Menelaus. I think my kids would love to watch Troy Story.
You know, I put a fiver on at the start of the show that someone would mention Agamemnon. Look at you're laughing. When I'm quids in now, aren't I? Huh? Always put a fiver on Agamemnon. That's what I say. But Damian, you never let us down. You never let us down.
I like
Chris, can you mention any Greek mythological figures at all in your books, joke?
I do not, unfortunately, no. But I did actually write a book about how indigestion doesn't exist. Did not go down well.
Nice. So we've done Rory, we've done Damian, we've done Chris. Let's do Alf.
Okay. So the last book I read was by George Orwell. Yeah, 1984. No, it's last Tuesday.
Okay then, right, Damian. What's George Orwell's real name?
Oh, that's Eric Remark. I'm forgetting. It starts with Eric though. It's Eric.
It is Eric, yeah. So you get half a mark. Well done.
Yeah.
Anyone else know?
I've got it mixed up with the guy who did All's Quiet.
Yeah. Eric Blair. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
That's just me pretending I've read something. So that was round one on books. Okay, and I wanted to pretend I'd read a book. That's why I did that joke. So I think I've only read Down and Out in Paris and London by George Orwell, to be honest. I've never read 1984. Anyway, before I start bragging and sounding a bit more pretentious, let's do round two. Rory, books, please.
Yeah, I wrote a book about the trio of young boys that helped my wife on her wedding day. It's just a short book, about 3 pages.
Nice. Sometimes it's just these are simple, and I mean that in the nicest terms, just a nice simple joke like that. Boom. Lovely joke, Rory. Lovely joke. Damian, your joke on books, please.
Sure. I recently created a projectile that enables you to call attention to the famed monster in Scotland. I call it my dart of Hark, Nessie.
Conrad, he wrote that, didn't he?
Yep, Joseph Conrad.
I'm not just a dodgy hairstyle, you know. Chris, your books joke, please.
I've actually been reading a really interesting book about how you're supposed to look after sick dogs. Just can't put it down.
Nice. It's nice stuff, isn't it? Alf, the end of the second round, can you do a books joke, please?
Yeah, right. So growing up, this was my favourite book. It's called How to Draw, Adrian Hill. And even to this day, I can do a pretty good drawing of Adrian Hill.
Okay then, nice. I've just finished a good book about an argumentative Russian monk. Disputing. Okay, and so we've had 2/3 of the thing on books, and I've just spat on my screen there. Never mind. So, third and final round. Rory, if you can start us off, please.
Yeah, I keep getting confused about in which order the Harry Potter books were released. I just keep getting them muggled up.
Nice. Damian, your turn, please.
Yeah, sure. So there was a population of wild rabbits screaming in my backyard last week. And so I finally burned them all out. So they're all dead. This morning, finally, war and peace.
There you go. So, cruelty to animals aside, that was a nice joke.
It was a bit lopsided. Yeah.
Written by Mr. Mitosis. Chris, you next, please.
Last week, my son was actually teaching me words from his French book, which just goes to show people really can learn from their mistakes.
There you go. That's nice. The best book I've read this year was The History of the Coast Guard by Aaron C. Rescue. Right then, so we're going to finish the round on books, and I've deliberately picked Alf because Alf has just released a book, haven't you, Alf?
I've got a book, actually. I'll tell you about it in a minute.
Right, tell us the last book joke then, and then show us your book.
I couldn't decide which to do. I've been to the library today and actually got some books out, so I thought I'd just quickly show you what I've got out. I see Big Ben's written a book. Yeah, it's about time. I've got an introduction to X-ray vision, which I might look through that later on. A book about milk, which I might just skim through later on. Jeremy Beadle's autobiography, which is hard to read because it's all written in shorthand. And my favourite one is actually called The Amazing Basement. Yes, it's a bestseller. So there you go. Some jokes there.
I'll tell you what, Alf, you're bringing out the big guns at the end there. Well done, fella.
I should tell you about my book as well, isn't it? But, they say you should never judge a book by its cover, and that's particularly the case with my new book, Alf, and the book with the incredibly misleading cover. Look, I've got a joke book out, and it's on Amazon, and it's called That's All Jokes. If you put in That's All Jokes, and it's good. It's got 350 jokes in it, and it's got some pictures and stuff, and most of the stuff I've done here tonight was probably in it, to be fair. So a few pages. It's a good read. It's a thrilling read. So there you are.
Right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, there you go. Great round on books, and nice to finish with Alf runs his book. Support our punsters in all the things that they do. So please buy that book. And what we're going to do is you're going to vote. Tell us who the funniest one was in that round. Was it Rory? Was it Damian? Was it Chris? Was it Alf? I'll count them up, and Iain's going to come in and tell us all about the jokes you've sent in.
Indeed. Some great jokes coming in from you guys. Ben Emmett, I recently took a leaf out of my wife's book. Now she doesn't know what page she's on. Very good. Not reading that one out, Stevie. It's shit. Hugh knows. I thought about writing a book once on the subject of cappuccinos, but the trouble was it was all froth and no substance.
French farce.
Very good. Okay, we shall then, Julian. We shall. Ben Emmett, you can now get an electronic version of the Bible from Amazon. It really helped me rekindle my faith. Very good. Nice, Peter Cole. My granddad gave me a bookend for my birthday. I'm hoping to get the books beginning and middle for Christmas. Very good. Any more needed, Julian?
No, we don't need any more unless you're desperate to read them out.
Not desperate to read some of these out, I'll be perfectly honest.
Right then, that's you lot, dude. Right, basically, that was a bit of a landslide, that round. I think you won't be surprised to hear we're pulling the big guns out at the end there. Well done, Alf. You've won that round.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Well done.
That was the clearest win of the night, that one. However, unfortunately, Alf, you were just short of winning the show. The winner was Chris. Well done, Chris Wright.
Well done, Chris Wright.
Which means, Chris, you go into the Puntest of Puntestians, or whatever Iain's calling it, the Championship of Championships. So well done, Chris. Well done, Chris. Iain, have you got the best joke of the night?
I think, it was way back early. I don't think we've got it to bring up. We will have it if we can find it. It's that one.
Ben Emmett.
Ben Emmett. Where is it?
Sure, the 70-year-old stripper.
70-year-old.
Yeah,
we always love that. There we go. Ben Emmett. He's got a fridge full of magnets. He's got keys full of key rings. He's got everything. But let us know what you've not got, Ben, and we'll get it to you. I once saw a 70-year-old stripper called Stilton. Her show was blue and full of veins.
Right. So well done, Ben. Well done, Chris. Well done, Chris. You're in the draw. What we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do the draw, but we're going to do a quick advert, and then we'll do the draw live on the show.
Apparently we will. Yes. Let's go for this one.
He gave us a signal.
Just me and thee. We still
What's
get
up
other
there?
backstage. All right. Well, are we going to do the draw and then we can bring everyone else back in? No? Yeah.
Right. Okay, then. So we're going to do the draw of all the winners of the online Edinburgh thing. And I'm going to do that now. Do you want to remind people who are in, or we're just going to go straight for the draw?
Let's think who was in. We've got Richard Pulsford, we've got Claire Oliver, we've got Toby, Michele Gwiazdowski, we've got Chris Wright, we've got me, And we've got 3 other people. Right, who are the other 3 people? We have got Ben Emmett, of course. We have got help me out, Julian. Who are the other 2? Peter
I'm
Cole.
trying to, but you'll be surprised to hear my laptop's being a dick.
Who's the last one?
Noel James.
Noel James, of course. How could I forget Noel James? And
so
of course, they're all watching, so they know where they're actually coming.
Right then. So here is the draw. Are you going to write them down, Iain, as I draw them? I'll do it. I'll write them down. I've got a pen here. So first draw is
this is for works of art. As you see, the first quarterfinal up there, works of art.
Will be Peter Cole versus Claire. What was Claire's surname again?
Oliver.
Claire Oliver.
Oh.
Okay then. So the next one will be Richard Pulsford. Richard Pulsford. Okay. Richard Pulsford. Ooh. The look of the jaw versus Noel James.
Ooh. That'll be interesting.
This one will be interesting. The UK pun-off's very own Iain MacDonald. Iain MacDonald. Iain, who have you got? You've got Toby. I'll let you pronounce his surname.
Oh, Toby Michelli Gwizdowski.
That's who I said.
Ooh.
Good. Right, Chris Wright. Don't be upset, Chris. You're just down as tonight because obviously I didn't know who was going to win. So Chris Wright tonight. There you go. There's your new show. Chris Wright tonight versus Ben Emmett.
Ben Emmett, the winner of the joke of the night.
Oh, right there. That's quite a nice little tie-in. So just to repeat those: Peter Cole versus Claire Oliver, Richard Pulsford versus Noel James, Iain MacDonald versus Toby. Polish name, Chris Wright versus Ben Emmett. And that will be, when is it? October the 3rd?
October the 3rd. Tickets can be bought via the Eventbrite. Just search UK Pun-Off Pun Test of Champions on Eventbrite or through the UK Pun-Off page. The winner shall get this, a lovely, very heavy sort of medal sent all the way from finest Meadowland. It's going to be a great show. Can't wait for it. But yeah, Toby's going to be tough, I think.
Right. Well, he's American as well, isn't he?
As well as who? Me? I'm not American.
As well as Damian. Damian's American, if you don't remember.
You're American.
Right, okay, then.
Yeah, he's American.
So, are we going to get people out to check what people are doing?
Come on.
Right then, as we normally do at the end of the show, we just have a quick whiz round to see who's doing what. So, Damian, have you got anything coming up you want to tell people about?
Yeah, October 5th, my show, Capital Punishment, is going to be way too early in the morning for you folks, about 4:30 in the morning your time, 8:30 in the evening my time. Capital Punishment on twitch.tv/Capital Puns. And then every Friday, my podcast, A Geek History of Time, releases another episode. We have just started venturing into zombies through time. So that will probably be longer than our Batman series. So jump on in, enjoy the buffet.
Okay, and then obviously follow Damian on all the social medias as well. The same with all our contestants on every show. Please follow them on social media. Rory, have you got anything coming up?
I haven't, but I just, as you touched on earlier on, I'm a massive Only Fools and Horses fan, so all I want to do is say thanks for everything, John Chalice. May you sleep well, sir. Thank you very much, and for one last time. And thanks for having me on. Cheers, lads.
No worries, Rory. Thank you. Rory's he's going to WrestleMania, though, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Getting me six-pack in order now as well for the main event, just in case they need me. You never know.
Right, okay then.
Looking good.
Right, Alf, apart from your book, have you got anything coming up?
No, I'm very quiet for gigs at the moment, so just follow me on Twitter if you like jokes. It's Who Else But Alf, and it's on. I've got a YouTube as well, which has got some videos and stuff. So you have a look at that.
Brilliant. Alf is very prolific on Twitter, so if you don't follow him on Twitter, you're missing out. So please get him followed. Chris, have you got anything you'd like to mention?
I'm doing a charity night at the Panopticon Theatre in Glasgow on the 16th of October or the 17th of October. So if you're local to there, come see us. Excellent.
Well done for winning tonight as well, Chris, obviously. And Iain, have you got anything you want to mention?
Not really. Just get on board for the 3rd of October. the poster's pretty much made. The event's going to get promoted just a little bit more in this coming week. The draw's been made. It's going to be great fun. And yeah, just support the UK Pun Off. PayPal.me/Pun Off. Follow us on other socials. We've got stuff to do every day, especially on Twitter. And yeah. What about you, Julian? What have you got coming up?
Well, I've had a hectic weekend, if I'm honest, but I don't think I'm gigging again now until the 30th of September in Sheffield. So if you're local to Sheffield, get yourself down. But follow everyone on social media, just in case there's anything comes up in the meantime. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sending all your jokes in. And we'll see you again on October the 3rd. Tickets on Eventbrite. See you later.